We are live. What's up,
Live,
everybody? What up? What up? What
live.
up? We are. Did y'all get y'all bounce on to our little theme song?
I know y'all was feeling it. I know y'all was feeling it. Most likely, most definitely, most definitely.
Welcome, queens and kings, to the very first episode, the very first official episode of their POV with Nick and King. We are your host, Nikki Johnson.
And I'm the King, King Harrington. What's up? What's up?
I was waiting. I was waiting on you to intro yourself. How
Yes.
is everybody doing? Let us know if you guys can hear us and let us know if you can see us. We've had a couple of technical issues, but that's to be expected because it's technology. It's the first show. It's whatever because we're going to do the dang thing today, right?
That what we gonna
So
do?
excited y'all are with us today. King, how you feeling today?
Hey, I'm feeling excellent. I'm just overwhelmed. I'm excited. It's my first time doing a show besides, being a guest on your, Overcomer. Lovely show.
Love the plug. Do it again. Do it
Hey,
again.
the
The
obstacle
Obstacle
overcomer.
Overcomer
Yes,
podcast.
yes,
Yes, I
most
love the
definitely, most
plug. Thank
definitely.
you. Thank you very
So
much.
yeah, I'm just glad to be here. Glad to have you as a co-host. We've been grinding 10 years plus.
10
So
years plus. I feel like I
yes.
raised you.
But I'm the older one, but you raised me. I feel you. I got you.
Hey, listen. Let's
Yes,
give a big shout out to your wife. Say hi to her because I know she's somewhere watching. What up,
yes,
lady?
yes. Hello, my queen, Shakita Harrington. How are you? My first time, baby. We live. We live. Yes, yes.
And hello to my future husband, wherever you are. Hi, baby. Hi, baby.
All right, all right.
So, listen, we want to give a huge shout out. I don't know if you all got the chance to hear. You know what? I'm just trying to find out what's going on. Can y'all hear us? Can you see us?
Yeah, awesome.
I'm just checking to see.
Got you.
All righty. Um, I want to give a huge shout out to Kevin Harrington, who
Yes,
is King Harrington's brother,
big
who
brother, big
did
brother.
who did our theme music for today. I don't know if you all got the chance to hear it, but there will be other opportunities to hear it. If you did not, if you heard it and you were bouncing and you were like, I love it, I like it, hit him up. His
Yeah.
information is on the screen. Go ahead and tell the people they can find him.
Oh yes, you can find my brother Kevin Harrington at KHX experiment. I'm sorry, KHX.
He's gonna get you for that.
Yes, that he is. That he is. Yeah, it's KHX Entertainment. It's on Instagram, and then it's KNJamsEntertainment.com, and it's KNJamsEnt@gmail.com.
Let me help King out before his brother kills him. Y'all, the information is on the screen. Please be sure to hit him up. He's an amazing producer.
He
He's
is.
going to kill King later,
It
but
is.
he's an amazing producer. And we thank you so much, Kevin. I've been bouncing off of it ever since you sent it to us. So thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yes, yes.
All righty. So tell us how everything is going with your move. We're just going to catch the people up on what's going on
Yes,
in our
just
lives. And we
moved.
say hello.
Cool. Just moved last Saturday, so we've been here a week. We moved from a condo to a house, so it's a little bit more room, and I don't have any stairs, y'all. Oh, believe me, I'm glad I don't have any stairs. That up the stairs, up and down the stairs situation was killer on the knees. So now it's just that one floor, walking up and down the hall, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. I got my own office, so it's all good. I'm enjoying it. We got a nice big backyard, so we're gonna have them barbecue cookouts when the summer comes and when this pandemic really gets to a close. So looking forward to that. Yeah, but it was a good move. Good move. Glad to be
Th-
here.
Thank y'all for letting us know in the comments that you can hear us. Your queen said yes. Katrina said yes. She also said hello. So, hi, everybody. Welcome again to our very first official episode of their POV with Nick and King. So, today we have a relationship topic. So, the issue of the day, we talking relationship talk today. Y'all, we want y'all to talk back to us. So please talk to us in the comments. I wanted to get this up on the screen so you all could see it. As I explained to you, we're having some technical issues, so I'm just going to read it. But I know some of you all saw from our description earlier, kind of what it's about. So it says, I'm a single 37-year-old father of one, and I'm in need of some direct and honest advice. We're going to do that today. I've
Yes.
been dating this woman for over 7 months now, and I see a great future with her. I am doing pre-engagement counseling and financial workshops toward our future. I love her, but I have a problem. There is something that I've never done before. She wants to wait for marriage before they make love. I have never been this long without sexual intercourse, and it bothers me a lot. I understand her reason due to a situation that she had with an ex, but I'm not sure if she and sex is worth the wait. She is a great woman and I do love her. She is great with my son, and I have used other distractions, but I'm honestly tired of those. She limits our kissing and is yet to spend the night at each other's house. I respect her and her wishes. If I am being selfish, I do apologize, but I miss the feel of being wanted and the physical touch and pleasure of a woman. I don't want to hurt her or lose her by stepping out. I don't want to do that. I see her as my lifelong wife. I need some advice. There's so much in that whole thing, so much to be unpacked. Y'all
Yes.
heard it. So you can start chiming in the comments, but let's get this cracking. All right, King.
Where do I
What's
start?
your first thought? Let me ask you that. What's like your first thought when we started talking about this issue this week?
Basically, my first thing was, okay, I understand, bro, how you might feel having to wait, in the sex, and you feel that that's a
Hold
so
on,
maybe,
King. Your light has you kind of faded a little bit.
sorry.
Yeah. We can still hear you though. You're good. It's just I wanted you to know. Um,
I'm trying to
but we
think.
can still hear you though.
Okay.
And y'all be sure to share this. If you haven't already shared it, please be sure to share this. Alrighty, go ahead.
'Cause like I was saying, I understand how you might feel with having to wait because of the sex, but one of the things he said, if he loves her, and she's his future, I mean, that's something that you can actually wait. You can actually, really think about how much she means to you, and the sex is going to come. So, I mean, that shouldn't be a deciding factor on why you make the decision of thinking about stepping out and feeling that you can't wait. I mean, I love my wife, and if it took that to me for me to wait to get her, I would have waited. That wouldn't have been a problem. So I feel if she's all, if everything you said about her is your future, she's a great woman, and everything you could actually need in a woman, then she's worth the wait.
Was there ever a time for you that you would have been him writing that type of letter? We're talking about pre-queen days.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I can definitely say that. I can definitely say that. That could have been an issue for me as a determining factor. Like, okay, ooh, she's on her way till we get married. It might be another 6 months, 8 months. So yeah, that could have been where a situation where I was like, trying to weigh these options, But once you meet that woman that you say that about, that she means that much to you, that you see that future, she's that into no. I tell my wife all the time, she was the end to my future. Once
Well,
I
talk about it. Don't get in there.
okay, what I'm
Talk
saying
about that. She's the end to your
to my
future.
future.
And to you, what did that mean when you told her that?
When I told her that, that meant that was it. She was the last woman that I would have to ever want to be with, and we know that's my future. That's me and her together moving forward.
What
So,
got you to that point though? But okay, so you getting surface. Let's dive a little bit.
mhm.
Where were you at in your life that got you to that point where you were ready to forsake all others and make that type of inward commitment first to make it, then to turn around and make it an outward one?
It was that maturity. I was 50 and a lot of things changed. But going into that, it was more so of she meant something to me when the first time we ever dated. I just didn't know how to handle it. And that was years before we came back, full circle. So with that being, and I always said to her, if she ever came back in my life, I would make it right. I wouldn't mess up. And that'd be it. And so when I got the opportunity for us to get back together, I already knew I wasn't going to waste it. I wasn't going to mess it up. And so everything that I put in me to put out there was put in her and our relationship and our future. And so that's what I meant when I said she was the end to my future.
So by the time you had made the decision in your life, and
Mhm.
I remember that time. I remember when you made that decision in your life that it's time for me to grow up. It's time
Right.
for me to get it together. I'm ready to really do right, settle down, or whatever the exact words were. That's when she came back into your life, and it was like, boom,
Yeah,
this
I
is
mean,
it.
it was one of those, a trust situation where she had to get that back, that, okay, well, I messed up way back when, but I had to show her and prove to her that I'm totally changed. Totally. I'm ready to put forth that effort to commit, and I'm all in. Everything. So here we go, 5 years, almost 5 years married, and it's been wonderful. Yeah.
Awesome. And I know y'all see me looking off to the left. I'm working controls. For some reason, you went. Okay, there we go. We're seeing you on this side like you were frozen. All
Oh,
righty. So we have a comment up on the screen. Katrina says he should look at the fact that she is not wanting to jump in bed until marriage. Katrina, give us a little bit more on why you say that. Talk to us in the comments. Although I do agree with that statement, the fact that she doesn't want to jump into it says a lot about her and her character. However, he was saying in his statement, though, that she didn't want to because of something that happened in her previous relationship. We're not sure what that was. He didn't state it. It's not even necessary for this purpose. But whatever her reasons are, maybe she had like that same epiphany that you had in your life, right, King? Where she was like, you know what? I'm going to save myself.
right.
Hi, is that Shawan Ardry? Blessings on you. You know what? I think I remember Shawan because we were talking about we have the same name, but mine is spelled differently. That's my middle name is Shawan. If I'm saying it right, I do remember you and blessings back on you. Welcome to the conversation. Um, but what I wanted to say about something that he said. So this man has known her for about 7 months, right?
Hmm.
In a 7 months period, he made up in his mind and heart that he wants to be with this woman so bad that he's taken pre precautions, right? The premarital counseling, the
Yeah,
financial workshops.
exactly.
So I know for women, when we're doing stuff like that, it's a done deal.
Real.
But for what I know of my guy friends, for you to be in that place, for you to be like, yo, this is it, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, you already have committed. So where is that same commitment when it comes time for him and his sexual desires,
Mm.
right? Because brother said, I don't want to hurt her lose, and I don't want to by stepping out on her, which means he's been thinking about it, which
Yeah,
means he's been tempted to the point of, man, I sure want to, but I don't want to hurt her like that. Do
right.
you not want to hurt her like that, or do you not want to miss out on this woman who obviously is worth all the stuff that you're going through, right? To marry her. So, what do you think that, coming from a male's point of view, what do you think that part is that has him willing to almost forsake that to go get what he wants physically?
And that's what it is. That's what it is, the physical. It's that physical touch, that physical feeling of being satisfied. That's it. A lot of women want to know why men cannot be are not emotionally attached with sex. And that's why it's the feeling. It's that just that gratification of having that satisfaction right then and there, and that's it. So when men sometimes have that feeling about stepping out, it's not about them trying to get with her and have a future with her. It's about just that sexual gratification, having that moment, enjoying the physical part of it, and keep it moving. So for him to say that and want to step out, it's a physical thing. The emotional part and the spiritual part, to a certain extent, is all up in her of what his future can be with her. But like I said, that physical, that physical attraction, I want to just satisfy that scratch, that itch that we have. That's basically what it is.
Well, for him, it's a little bit deeper. He says not only does he miss the physical touch, but he missed the feeling of being wanted. He says the pleasure of a woman, and yeah, he misses the feeling of being wanted and the physical touch and having the pleasure of a woman. So might it also be something within him that feels like he is wanted or needed, or it feels something in him to have a woman to fulfill those things for him? It just beyond the actual act, because he said he's been doing some of those. We don't need to talk about what they
Right.
are. You can imagine.
Exactly.
He said he's getting tired of those. So it's beyond that. I think it's something to do with him. And if it has something to do with him and needing that to feel whatever, then maybe that's a self-discipline issue. Maybe there's something else deeper inside that he needs to examine, because he said she's good with the son. She's amazing. Like, there was nothing bad that he said about her, period. Right. If he'd have threw in, she's good, but he didn't say any of that. Everything about her was all good. It's that one part that he's missing that does something for him. So could it be either a self-discipline thing, or there's something a little bit more deeper for him in that area?
Well, I think part of it, like you said, she don't like the kiss, the cuddling, the holding.
He didn't say she don't like to kiss. I think she's not kissing to make sure she don't wake some stuff up. Yeah,
exactly. So, but my thing is, if you know how you can deal with that, there's a certain amount of kissing that you can do just to satisfy him, where he knows that he's needed, that he's wanted, rather. So, I mean, you don't have to get into it where it gets real hot and heavy, and then you feel like, oh, we definitely got to take it to the next level. No, it can be a point where, few kisses here, it's a little passionate kiss, little holding hands, just a cuddle type of thing. And that way a man can feel wanted. He can feel that, okay, you know what? I can go that next day. I can go another day. I can go another week. Because sometimes that's all you want, is that closeness with that woman to show you, yeah, I understand what you're going through, and giving you a kiss here and holding you, and we holding hands and just looking into each other's eyes. That can satisfy a man's, craving to a certain extent, if everything else, like he said, is on the up and up. If, like you said, good with the son, she does this, she crosses this eye, dots this eye, crosses this T. If all that's there, that's 80 to 90%, especially if she can cook. Now, I'm just gonna be honest with you. If she can cook, that's 60, 70% of right there.
Right.
So, with everything else going on, like I said, the financial, bro, how many men go to financial counseling? No, that just don't happen. I mean, if you're doing this for a woman, for a relationship, you in.
Okay, so stop right there. So here, this is my thing though, and I heard what you said about what she can do for him to make him feel X, Y, and Z. Mm-hmm. It doesn't sound like she doesn't do things for him to make him feel good and special. These are specific things that he wants, because it's going to satisfy that physical for him. But it's going to be crossing over some dangerous lines for her. So is it that she needs to meet his needs, or is it that he needs to get a little bit of self-control? Because he said straight up from the rip, I have never done this before. So it sounds like he's used to meet him and get him, meet him and get it. Right. But if she's so different to the point where you are doing, like you said, the financial classes, you're doing the premarital counseling, she's amazing in all these other areas, and you already know at 7 months she's the one, then maybe that's something that he needs to. It's not about give him a little bit of extra tongue here and there. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's about, since I haven't done this before, and that's the area of discipline that I need to do, maybe I need to work on that. Because his solution, even though he's asking for help, the solution that's popping up is stepping out.
Right. And like you said, I do understand, that it right. He's going to need some discipline. Yeah, you definitely got to look into yourself when you're used to having, that sexual, companion or that sexual connection. But yeah, you definitely want to have some self-discipline on how you can handle that when she's not around, and that'll keep you focused. But
Yeah.
it's a balance. It's a balance. You definitely want it from her as far as that closeness and that feeling needed and wanted type. And then still you got to look into yourself and say, okay, you know what? She's the one. So you got to take responsibility of maintaining and knowing at the end of the rainbow, that's your prize, that's your gold. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the kind of mentality and mindset you have to have moving forward.
Yeah.
See, too, not that he's too young, but 30, I think you say 31. So, I mean, in your 30s, finding a woman like that is definitely
37.
37, okay. Finding 37, still a good age, but still an age where you was used to doing what you wanted to do, and getting to ready to settle down on this level takes a lot of self confidence, as well as having that self assurance that, okay, I'm ready to make these steps, but I'm used to this type of situation, So it's a battle. Believe me when I tell you, it's a battle. Looking in that mirror every day, knowing that you ain't getting none, and be like, okay, but I want her. She's the ultimate. But knowing that you're on the bed by yourself and stuff, so it takes a lot of self discipline. But
go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. But if everything, like you talked about, if she means that much for everything that you're doing to have that relationship, at the end of the day, love conquers all. And if that's what you feel about her, that kind of love, you'll make it. You'll make it.
I have 2 points to pose to you and I, and to everybody who's listening, to our queens and kings out there. Could it be that he's willing to do all of these things because he thought if he did them, he could get the cookie? And he's realizing, oh, she for real. She ain't gonna give me none for real. Oh, I'm just saying, could it be that? Because I'm still on the fact that he's willing to do a lot of things in a 7-month period, seemingly like he loves her. He knows she's the one, but that's that one thing, though, that the second thing is I think he would really have to get that issue under control for himself. Why? Because when you get married, doesn't mean that you're going to still have it the way that you want it every single day. What happens if she's sick? What happens if she has to go out of town? What happens if they have children and it's a busy week and she just doesn't have so it's a lot of things that, marriage is not necessarily going to solve. That should definitely not be the reason that anybody gets married. And I understand if you can't control yourself, you should, but you have to be an adult enough and mature enough to know that sometimes things happen and it might not be that she can't. They could get married and something happen that, he can't. So to me, he would have to learn discipline, period, because of those situations. You agree, disagree, or what?
I do agree. The adjustment when we go in with the intent of doing everything that you might like, that that you see that I'm all in, that you might say, okay, well, you know what, I can ration you 1 or 2 cookies. You know what I'm saying?
One or 2 cookies.
I mean, I'm just saying, just to satisfy, just to give me a little taste. I've been a good boy, just to give a little taste. But yeah, some brothers do look at it from that angle where, okay, that that financial counseling, check. Premarital counseling, check. Because the average brother's not doing that. The average brother's not going out there doing all this he need to do to be able to make that relationship and make that marriage, what it could be. So yeah, he probably did have in his mind, the back of his mind, that maybe this right here get her to, get close to that checkmate. But when he found out, her queen wasn't having it, she was, behind the rook. Yeah, that kind of let him know that, okay, now I'm really in this, so I need to really, really look into myself and say, okay, if she's worth what I'm trying to do, then I gotta definitely pull the bootstraps and be like, okay, yeah, I'm a soldier. Like when I was in the military, we was in basic training, we had to do it, get it done.
Yeah,
we went 8 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
going around it all. So you gotta get that mind right.
Yeah,
and maintain and understand that like I said, at the end of the day, and after the training's all over and stuff, You get your reward. That was graduation.
The training.
Hey, that's my basic training. Hey, after them 8 weeks, we got our reward. We graduated. We went to the next level. So that's that same. You got to have that same type of motivation and attitude to know that at the end of the course that you just ran, you get your just reward, which is her, and better days.
Not just her, but an amazing life, because you said she's all that. At 37, at the age of 37, there should be something in you, especially if you have a child. And I'm guessing he's maybe a single father, raising a child by himself. But especially if you have a child, what are you willing to sacrifice to get what you want? And I don't think we have enough discipline in our lives, period. Even when it comes to food. Shoot, I'm struggling with sweets. Wow. That's my thing. Me and some chocolate. That's my thing. Actually, but say again.
I said that's probably you and 80% of the women in the world. I'm just saying. Ladies,
you women let y'all handle that comment. But so when I this week I was just diving a little bit more and really thinking, really thinking about some of the stuff that he said, and I don't know. Part of me feels like he's either looking for permission or understanding to the issue. Part of me feels like, okay, he cares enough to reach out to get some advice. And it's cool. Maybe at the age of 37, you can't expect everybody to be mature in all things. I get that. At 37, I was nowhere that I am right now at almost 45. But I don't know. Part of me just really feels like he went in with the mindset, I love her. Excuse me, not love her. She's fine. She's good with my son. Mm-hmm. Maybe she's smart. Maybe she's good with her finances. So I got to get me together. Right. She has a lot of attributes that I want. I'm gonna go along with what she wants. But sooner or later, after a couple of kisses or a couple of spending nights over and a couple of this and that, maybe I can. And I think he's at a point where he realized she's just not gonna do it. Right. There will be no kid in play.
Exactly.
And he like, wait a minute, now I done messed up because he said, I don't know if she and sex are worth the wait. You just said that woman's worth marriage. Exactly. But she's not worth the wait. So I don't know.
That's your mind playing tricks on you. That's what that is. The ghetto boys. That's your mind messing with you, thinking that, okay.
I think reality is hitting him. I think reality is kicking him.
Oh yeah, both ways. It's the reality as well as my future. So he's looking at, okay, hey, is she worth it? And that's, like I said, that's your mind playing because she's worth it.
You know she is.
Right, because you're doing everything that you're doing for the reason.
Even if you started off with the wrong motive, you're still doing it. Yeah, so she's worth it. But do I want to wait is the real question.
But that's what I'm saying. The mind plays tricks because that's that, people used to talk about, people on drugs talk about how that crack used to talk to them. So think about it, it's like, you hear that? You hear that in the background, huh?
I always feel like,
talking to you, huh? No, I ain't mess with you, man. So right. You getting that going on with you. So it's like you really have to buckle down. And like you said, when I was about 37, exactly. Yeah, that wasn't happening. So real, that wasn't happening. So you get to that point though when you start doing things like that, it makes you understand that if I'm doing all this for her, she gotta really mean something. Because my thing is, I'm not going to no financial counseling, and I'm not trying to be for real. No, I'm not sitting up in there talking about how I'm handling my money, or going to premarital counseling if it's not for, if I'm not just the cookie. Okay, no, not to that extent. It's got to mean something, and if I know she means something, I'll go through with that.
I'm gonna be real with you, King. I know some guys. I know some situations. Mm-hmm. I know some relationships where people went to a whole lot of extent. And when they got whatever it was that they were out to get, whether if it was sex or whatever, when they got it, they either started cutting up, the true them started showing up, or they bounced.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying. I've seen it done. I've definitely understood that part. But in my earlier days, I did some crazy stuff. I went, like I said, my thing was when I was growing up, if I bought a girl, a box of chicken from the Nick's Pick. You know what I'm saying?
I can't. Not the box of chicken. Last episode we were talking about your $2 box of chocolate covered
But see, this is we understand. After the club was closed, everybody went to the Quick Stop, and you got her a 2-piece
from the convenience store.
Yeah, but this convenience store had the best chicken. So when you got her a 2-piece with some taters, and you bought her a drink,
a drink.
That was the
and a drink.
If you just bought a chicken box, it was like okay,
it was a deal.
If we bought it with a drink,
whole combo,
I'm getting the phone number. I'm hollering at you next week. But I'm just saying, these are the things that you did to put in place. But that was, I was 17, 18 years old, 16 years old.
Right.
Now it's bigger and better things, like you said. It's like paying bills. It's like doing a whole bunch of stuff, like you said, just to get to that point. But if you for real about doing things that you know that's going to better the situation and better relationship, that's going in on a real. Like my thing, I'm not going to do all that to sit here and just to, not me personally. I'm not going to go out there and do all that just test the water and see what you're working with.
Right.
If I'm going through that, I'm doing that for real. I'm spending my time, and sometimes you're spending money to get that kind of counseling. So for me to put that into that type of situation, I'm putting some money because, I'm taking you on a trip. I'm rolling something on your wrist or something around your neck.
Right.
If I'm going to try to get that on that level.
Right.
I'm for real saying that you all listen to me and we can have a future. When I start doing stuff like that, I'm doing it for real. But like you said, on the other physical thing, that's when it gets like shaky and you like, okay, I got to maintain sweating and stuff. And you like, I'm telling you, you sit there looking at TV at night and it's just messing with you. You like, okay, you sitting there tapping it. It does mess with you like that.
Yeah.
The scratches and stuff, like, all right, I'm gonna be all right, But I'm just saying that's what it does when you used to have it that way. And then you finally come to a point where, she covers everything. She covers all that I would want in a woman to have a future, to really settle down. But she ain't ready to do that. And I'm used to that. It's like, and I gotta wait. How do I deal with this? So it's one of those things that, brother, all you can tell him is, all right, if that's what you really want and she does that for you, dig deep inside, dude. Dig deep inside.
There you go. Talk to him.
Yeah, and understand that, you wouldn't want to lose her. Bottom line, not for that.
Right.
Because after those 5-10 minutes is over, that's it. That's
he's talking about, I don't want to hurt her. But real talk, you don't want to hurt yourself. You gonna lose out on that queen. You already said she a whole queen.
Exactly.
You're gonna lose out on that for some temporary. You need to go get yourself some discipline. Yeah. And you know what? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I think all of us, men and women, we should make sure we are water testing before we do take that big jump and leap. Because I'm gonna tell you something. This is what I know, not what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Some people will go all out just to get you for whatever their reasons and motives. On the outside, it looks like, wow, they're doing a lot. They really love you. Mm-hmm. But to them, it's really not costing them nothing. They're giving you money. Money don't mean nothing to them. They buying you stuff. They buying 3 or 4 other people's stuff too. He's taking financial counseling. What is counseling? I need it anyway. So It may not be that he was doing all these things because he loved her. Maybe he was doing it for his own reasons and it's backfiring. So now he's sitting there. Is it worth it? Think about it.
But
listen, hold on, wait a minute. If that was the man that I've been looking for and he's great with my kids and it's 7 months, I'm like, bam, he is the one. But then he won't give me sex. Is he the one? Right? Because and this is just Nikki talking again. This is my POV. Okay, he didn't want to give, then I'm just gonna have to wait. But like you said earlier, there are other things that you can do to feel a connection. But the way he described it, that's more about him needing some things to feel whatever. If that was me, then I need to go work on me, because am I going to step out on that man and lose somebody like that because I need to have my sexual desires fulfilled? People do that in relationships all the time though. You with somebody for 20 something years and they've been holding you down, and a nice skirt or a nice pack of six pack walks by and they tickle the right thing in you, and that's it. And you gonna walk away from?
Yeah. But let me check this out. 7 months is a long time when you're talking about putting in work. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
But
Brothers,
okay, so then examine the motive. Why you putting in the work? If you putting in the work because it's worth it, 7 months go by quick. If you putting in the work because you like, dang, she ain't gave me none yet. Okay, let me go buy some groceries. Like you putting in the work for your own end reward, then yeah, it's gonna seem like a long time.
well, see, that's what I'm saying. So if a brother put in 7 months, he's looking for the long haul. Now the sexual part is right. He's looking at it both sides. Okay, I put in 7 months, so that shows I'm dedicated. That I'm
Right.
putting in work. But you're still looking at, okay, well, I waited this long because everybody talk about the 90 days. I should be at that. I should be able to go over that threshold.
Right.
If he's willing to wait 7 months on that, believe me, it's just a struggle of understanding that, okay, I gotta wait longer. But you've made the test doing 7 months. The average brother's not gonna wait 7 months. For real. If he's looking for just that, he'll put in the work for maybe 90, 60, 90 is pushing. 120 is definitely pushing. I'm just being honest. Because you think about you're gonna throw the carpet out there within the first 30. You throw the carpet after your first 30.
Yeah.
You're going to 60. You stepping up a little bit because by the 90 day, that time she's like, okay, yeah, it's good. And you go ahead and you open up.
Yeah.
7 months in, and you still ain't did nothing. Believe me when I tell you, a brother goes 7 months, he is definitely looking for the long haul. And regardless of what he might feel that, okay, I'm thinking that, yeah, I did all this. I know. No, man, let's understand something. As a man, if you did 7 months, you could do 7 more. If you're a man about to, because you're not
There you go.
7 and you're not, even though you're contemplating it mentally, you're still putting in the work. You're still there. Y'all still,
Yeah.
so you there for real. It's just now you said it's starting to bother you a little bit because I'm thinking it might have gotten to a point where she might want to, or I'm just pushing it to see if her envelope is what she said it is. You're gonna have to wait, and so he can wait longer, and I know he can. It's just frustrating. Yeah, it start to bother you. You get a little sexually frustrated because
Yeah.
you're used to getting it 3-4 months or 2 months or whatever, and now you're putting in the long haul. But like you said, that's what she's worth.
That's it.
That's the
That's
thing.
it.
That's the confidence he's got to have within himself that she is the long haul. She is the end. That's it. It stops there. It goes no further than her. And so putting in that time that you feel that everything that she does that is good, and believe me, like you said, you're going to look up like, oh, it's been a whole year. We going to get married.
True that. Now, okay, so then let's go back to it. So then it would be about his motives again, because another thing I was thinking about as I was going over this week is I feel like he's been putting in testers, or he been doing some of the usual things that he would do, but they're not working. Like I was saying earlier, for instance, he mentioned the kissing. He done probably tried a couple of times, and she was like, babe,
Right.
She probably was all the way into it. As soon as she was like, hold up, stop, let me go home. Two, he done tried to spend the night and tried to get her to spend the night, because he did say we have yet to do it. So I think he went in with old mindsets, new woman, trying to do something new, but that old mindset keep creeping up because brother tried to kiss her.
Right.
He's tried to get her to spend the night. What's something else he said? I think it was one other thing he said, but it's like, dang, none of this stuff is working. Like I'm doing these financial workshops. I'm going to premarital counseling. She won't spend the night. She won't give me no. So I think he's gonna have to change that mindset completely.
Totally.
And his motives gonna have to be checked in himself, because seemingly you're doing amazingly. You want this woman, so you're doing what you can to get her, but you're still trying to do them old things. And this a new breed of woman.
Yeah, but it's
She's
hard
a
to
new breed of woman.
It's hard to let go.
But if she's worth it.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Just like you, Chiquita. Well, you made your mind up before you met her, but you know that she's worth everything that you're doing to make sure you keep that marriage, right?
Right, but see, the first thing.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying the first thing though. When I first had her in my life, I didn't know what she was. I didn't understand what she really meant to me. I knew she was special when I met her. I knew she was somebody different because I actually, as they say in the South, I courted her. I actually did it genuinely because my game was like, okay, I used to wonder, okay, let me see how I'm gonna do it this way with this one, because I got to use a different type of strategy. That was my plan.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
it. But with her, I actually wanted to do it genuinely. I'm talking
Yeah.
like, how you doing? The
Yep.
whole nine. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
that gotta be something wrong. Because Chill didn't do that. That just didn't happen.
Yeah.
But I knew something. But still, like you said, the old ways
Hmm.
creeps up in you. You like, okay, if things don't happen the way you wanted, what you used to, you
Yeah.
go back to those. And when that
Yeah.
happened, it didn't work out. I lost out. So
Yeah.
them years that went past, that whole time, it was like, okay, if I ever get her back, I know how to address it. I know how to do it. And I put it
Okay,
in place.
but let's say this one thing real quick.
Mhm.
Excuse me. There was a day that you said I missed out on a good one because I remember the conversation with you.
Mhm.
And you realize you missed out on a good one.
Oh
You
yeah,
got
yeah,
right. So what I'm saying is, if you don't get to that point, you're gonna miss out on a good one.
right.
Male or female, we're gonna get to your comments in just a second. Alexandra, I see it. We definitely about to hit what you said in a minute. And I hope you guys are thinking about what you want to say in the comments because we want to hear from you too. But yeah, I remember the conversation that you and I had. And
Right.
when she came into your life, like you were like, I'm gonna do it right this time.
Mhm.
So you don't want to be 20 something years later, 10 years later, 15 years later, trying to make up for what you can fix now. Again, if that's not where he is, though,
Oh
he's
yeah,
gonna end up losing her.
yeah. If he don't, like I said, if he don't really motivate himself, meditate, focus, have that strict discipline and structure that he know that for everything he's doing for her, to have it himself to know to go forward, to be able to keep her and have her for the rest of his life, yeah, he's
Mm-hmm.
not short. And I hope he just understands that, yo, man, you don't want to miss, believe me, you don't want to miss out. You don't
Yeah,
want to do something that it takes you almost 15, 18 years to get back.
to
Because
get it together.
sometimes it don't come back. And then
Right?
you'll never, you'll never, it's almost like chasing a dream. You'll never get there because you didn't put in the time to work and time the first time. So
That's it.
you're chasing it to try to get back where you was at. So
That's it. That's it. We can go to this comment in just a second. I posted the other day something that I saw on Facebook that said there'll be a lot of women that come into your life, but it's only one queen. And when you and the same thing for women, a lot of men will come, but it's only one king. When
true.
you recognize that they are the ones, if first of all, if you're not ready to have that type of relationship, don't play with nobody's life in their heart. Let them go be with somebody that's going to love and cherish them. If
Right.
you're not ready to be faithful, you're not ready to let and forsake all others and shut those doors and
Yes.
seal those cracks up,
Yeah.
please don't hurt those people. Let them go and be loved by somebody else. Don't be selfish. Like I know some people, I done been in, listen, you trying to hold on till you ready while you still go do what you want to do. That's selfish.
Yes.
That is selfish.
And it
That's
gets
like a
you-
child with the toy. They don't want nobody else to play with it. They don't want it. They don't want
Yeah.
nobody else to play with it either.
Exactly.
But don't do that. But if you are in that place where you're ready, God send me my person, send me
Right.
my one, and God send them. Work on you. Do what you need to do. It is not about doing it with about doing it for the wrong motives, the wrong reasons. You just have to. There comes a time when you need to grow up. You need to
Exactly.
mature. You need to change. You know what I'm saying? And some people are just worth that. They are just worth it.
Oh yeah,
All right.
definitely.
Go ahead, King. Read Alexandra's comment. Let's talk about her comment.
Okay, Miss Alexandria Harrison says, if a man truly understands her worth and value, he will wait. Some men will wait, and then once it is given, will still leave if it's not what they expected it to be.
Boom. Your thoughts?
My thoughts on that. This is true in some cases, but the part of what she said, if a man truly understands her worth and value, he will wait. That's true. And then the other part won't even add up. It won't even compare. Because see, if you know that she's all that up front, you'll understand that and you'll work that out. You'll work that whole situation. There'll be no leaving. You know what I'm saying? You go through ups and downs. I'll tell anybody, marriage is hard. It's a work in progress daily. But the thing that keeps you there is because you know why you got in the first place, how you felt about her, what she meant to you. And so with that, staying fully in, you have to encompass all that. You got to understand it's not going to be what you want it to be every day on both ends. But you know why you came together. And when you sit down, you can talk about it and converse. You know that's what you wanted. You wanted each other.
Yeah.
And I told my wife, I said, yo, I don't want nothing else. So you stuck. I'm not. I don't want nothing else. I'm stuck. I don't want nothing else. That's it. I'm not getting. This is it for me. So
Yeah.
because I know this is like I would tell her, this is the end of my future. So there's nobody else.
Yeah.
And for me to get to this point, and she'll tell you, I talk about it surprises her when I tell her why this is so significant to me. You know, because I've never been in this place to have it. You have these women that, for whatever reason, they satisfy you on any level of what you're dealing with or what you want from them. But that one woman that connects all the dots, of course, what that you're willing to change your whole attitude,
Yeah.
your whole way of thinking, your whole way of what you used to do, and how you was perceived, and how everybody chill. That was me. But to see me now, people look at it like, chill, you all right? Everything okay? Because they really can't relate. Because I'm that total different person, understanding that she was the one. And I used to look at people like, man, how you know she the one? You know, you've been a man. But when you feel it, you feel it. I'm talking, you feel it. So if you truly understand a woman's value and her worth, and you see her for that reason, believe me when I tell you, you ain't gonna do nothing to jeopardize. You ain't gonna do nothing to mess it up. It might be some time where you might walk out the room and be like, yeah, whatever. But believe me when I tell you, you ain't going too far. You're not, because you know why.
You walk out the room, but you're not leaving out the door, at the front door.
Exactly, because you already know when that 20, 30 minutes go past, it's like, yo, I know what I wanted. I know what I wanted in her when I got her.
Yeah.
So for me to have a little mishap, for us to have a little disagreement, yo, we're gonna work through this because I wanted you in my life permanently for the long haul. So, you know, I'm ready to do what I need to do to keep it like that.
Yeah.
Real brothers, real men know that's what it takes when you saying that she's all that. When you saying that I'm doing all this for her, she makes me feel like this. This is what I want. Yo, you got to put it in there. You got to believe in yourself and believe that this is what you want. Yeah.
That's it. I understand where Alexandria is coming from with the statement. And I know there are men out there that will say the same thing about women, because my guy friends have said the same thing. They were all in and they were, you know, buying this and doing that, but the woman was still cheating. She really didn't want them. That's all she really wanted. When she got it, she was gone. So it does happen on both sides. I know for me, when I'm in a relationship, I'm all in. I'm completely and totally invested. I'm intentional about everything. I want to safeguard the relationship. I want to protect it. Let's do our counseling. Let's do our reading. Let's set our standards. What is our mission statement together as a couple? How are we building our future? I'm at the stage in life now that I am, you know, back to being single again. If I can't see a future in the conversation, if that's not where someone is, I'm mature enough to say that that's not what I want to them. I'm also mature enough to say that I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm just dating because I just got out of an engagement. So I don't want to lead you on and not like that. You got to be that mature that you're very real with where you are with people. And I think because some of us are just so into our own needs, our own wants and desires. You go into them things just lying to people, promising the sun, the moon, and the stars. Katrina said, hold on. Katrina said, key point, King, you said real men. Exactly.
I mean, that's
mature men.
That's the way you can explain it. I mean, that makes a difference. I was one of those guys that was in my boy type, you know, situation, in my boy mindset and frame of mind, and didn't understand the real man part. Yeah, I could be 30 years old and I consider a man, but that real part makes a difference because it
mature,
real mature man. It encompasses a lot. There's a lot of things that you step up to the plate, understanding. Like in my younger days, I wouldn't have did this, but that's the maturity part. That's the maturity you understand and separates that part from doing the stupid stuff you used to do when you was in your 20s, early 30s, compared to taking on responsibility on a whole lot of level. You know, my daughter came in my life. You know, it made me understand what real responsibility was because I only had me to worry about. So anything I didn't know. Like one of my famous lines I used to hear is like, you know, when I eat my family, you know what I'm saying? Because that was me. It was just me.
What was it? Say it again.
When I eat, my family.
That's it.
So that was just
because it was just you. Yep.
exactly. So when she came in my life and I understood that was responsibility, because to me, having a girlfriend back then, that wasn't my responsibility. We was in a relationship, we was cool, we did things together. You wasn't my responsibility.
Right.
As a married man, yeah, my wife is my responsibility. As a father, my daughter's my responsibility. So I understood when she came in my life, she was my responsibility. And it made things a lot more real, because now it ain't about me no more, taking care of what I want to do, spend my money on me. It's about making sure she's in a position where she's taking care of things, her needs are met, stuff like that. So it really matured me to understand, to think more of others than myself. Because not saying I was selfish brother, but I was gonna make sure I had what I wanted. And I've always liked to think, so I took care of me first. Regardless, you in a relationship. Like, you work, so I'm like,
buy your own box of chicken.
I'm saying,
I want to ask you this question. Having a daughter, though, let me not assume. Let me ask you, because I know the answer, but I want you to talk to the people. Having a daughter, did that change how you treated women?
For sure.
Why?
Because boy,
tell it. Tell it.
To see what I've done over the years to women, and to see that done to my daughter, if that was the case, I'd be ready to whip a brother. Not bad, but bad. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you look at it like, and the thing is, I was never one of them dudes that was hardcore. I was none of them dudes that curse you out as far as women. That wasn't me. Mm-hmm. I was that guy that was like, this is how it happened, we good and stuff. I was that low-key brother that you got caught up in, and I'm like, I didn't ever say that.
You assume that. You assumed I was the
that was my whole attitude. Because I'm like, we good. We enjoy each other. We having a good time. But
but you're doing too much.
Exactly. So
everybody said all that.
Exactly. I mean, you assumed that it was this when it wasn't.
Right.
We was just vibing, Good. So to see my daughter in relationships and stuff, it's like, okay, I take it personal. If a brother ain't coming correct to my standards, which I feel like, you want to date my daughter, be real. You know what I'm saying? I'm still old school with the doors. I look outside and my daughter get in the passenger seat and the door ain't open. I got a problem with that.
Right.
I don't get involved. I don't miss it, but I got a problem with that because to me, that's just basic respect for a woman. Mm-hmm. That's 101. I never forget the first time I learned what it meant. It was an old black couple, and I seen this old man open the door for his wife. I thought that was the coolest thing to see.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? I wonder what happens when you do that. So I started doing it. It was like, I had so many different outlooks. I see so many different ways that women respond.
Yeah.
Because some of them, they enjoyed it. Some of them didn't know how to act because they never had it done. So I was like, they appreciated it. It made them feel a certain way. And I felt like, there's nothing more basic than opening the door for you to the car, as well as going in the store and stuff. And then I was doing it for other women. And, only thing I say, just say thank you. Don't look at, if I stand and hold the door, just say thank you, we good.
Yeah.
So it's just something that I incorporate as a man. That's the basics you could do. A woman getting in the car, open the door. My wife, she knows. I got her to the point where she just stand at the door. I have occasionally at times maybe forgot. She stand and look at me like, so sometimes I gotta tell her, baby, it's just rude to a certain extent. If it's raining, could you please get in the car?
I feel that. That's how I taught my sons.
Right.
That is how I taught my sons when they were growing up. I get to a door and I just stop. Yeah, I didn't care if they will wave. I would wait. And now it's just habit. They do it for everybody now. But I taught them the same thing because it does something for us when someone does that as a woman, but it does something for them when they do it. And you're describing so much of it, but I feel your wife on that. If it's raining, I'm gonna need you to come up my door.
Like it depends. Like it's like, oh baby, I heard him jump in the car. Especially when I got on. Like, come on, jump in the car. We good. I said, well, other than that, she knows 98% of the time she knows that door's being open. And like on my birthday, she surprised me about a few years back. The whole day we was together, she opened the door for me. I'm gonna tell you, if a man, as fellas, if you never had the door open for you, I'm telling you, it's a whole different feeling of like, wow.
I opened up the door for guys. I need to find out what it does for them. What does it do for you? What does it do for you?
It puts you on an emotional, like, yo, it feels so good to have the door open because now you're like, yo, that's how that feels.
Is it a recognition? Is it a recognition?
It's a feeling of gratitude. It's like,
Okay.
when you open that door, you just feel a certain way because like you're so used to opening your own door.
Yeah.
You get in, to have somebody come around, you wait, and them open the door for you, like, it's like royalty. I'm telling you, I know. It's feeling like, when they let the king, okay, somebody, importance, some celebrity type. That's what it feels like to have that.
Yeah.
And because, men don't see that.
Yeah.
So it was just good for her to celebrate my birthday and open the doors for me. Each time we went somewhere, I even stood in front of the restaurant doors. She pulled the door. I was like, yo, the brother thought he was like, yeah, here I go.
King.
So,
King.
so I can only imagine the women that never had that done and start getting it done can feel good about themselves. Because my thing is that next brother, if you ain't open the doors, dude, right there, you telling me something. I mean, on a basic level, dude, you can't give a woman respect just for opening the door.
Yeah.
And just open the door. I mean, you taking her to eat anything, you can't open the door. Something wrong with that picture, dude. That's just me. I mean, that's before I even got married. That's before just really knowing that I wanted a future with with my wife. Just knowing, I take you out. I'm opening the door.
Yeah.
That's even with pumping the gas. I have pumped gas for women this used to be my thing. I go to pump your gas and stuff, and I know you were single because you were pumping your own gas. But it was just the point of women looked at like, yo, this dude just come out and just pump my gas. I ain't asking nothing.
Because King, it's nothing like pulling up to the gas station and the lady is out pumping the gas and the dude in the car.
I cannot believe that when I seen that a couple of times.
Because I never saw that. Reason why? But no. I'm talking about growing up. I never saw that growing up. When I was growing up, there was still 2-parent households. Not everywhere, but the majority of them in my life. All of my aunties and uncles were still married.
Right.
That just didn't happen.
Exactly.
My aunties were not going to be out there pumping gas, and my uncles or my mother sitting. My uncles are sitting in the car while my mother or my aunties were out pumping gas. They would talk about a man that they saw. They would call him sorry. They would call him some other stuff that I'm not going to say in the air. Trifling was the nice one. And my daddy called somebody trifling. You the next step to the next word about to come out of his mouth. But nowadays that's all the time.
Yeah.
She's gonna grab the door and he gonna walk in. She's pumping gas, and I know we're not necessarily talking about stereotypical gender roles, but in the way we are, some things are just manners. Right. Some things are just about courtesy. Some things are just about showing a person what they're worth. But it says a lot when he inside the car on the phone or inside the car looking at her while she's pumping the gas.
No, that's nothing. Let me give you one, Nick. The first time I really just knew the brother, you was just straight sorry. She putting the groceries in the car and he's sitting in the car.
No, I got a better one. I got a better one for you.
Okay.
I saw this at Walmart, Joe. In the wintertime. This woman had the baby, the toddler, and bags. And he was walking.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, maybe they're not together. I was like, maybe I was wrong. They weren't together. They went to the same car together.
Wow.
I'm not done. She puts the babies in the car. She puts the groceries in the car. I was like,
yeah, that's wow.
Yeah. I was with somebody at the time and we just sat there and watched it. Just in awe. The baby, the toddler, and the groceries. He was walking.
Yeah, that's how I look when I seen the groceries. I mean, she had a whole shopping cart and they rolled in. My man got in the car, popped the trunk, and she was putting the groceries in. He popped the trunk. She was putting the groceries. I was like, yo, are you serious? Put the, go ahead and put the shopping cart in, over there where the shopping carts go, and got in the car. I was like, really, dude? I said, but you know what? Hey, to each his own.
I was going to say, you and I talked about this before. Is it on him? Is it on her? Or is it on both? And it's on both.
It's on both.
Now, if he never saw it and was taught it, okay. If she never saw it and was taught it, okay. But somewhere up in there's nothing inside of you that says, well, she got both of the kids. Let me at least get the babies if she gonna do the groceries. Or let me at least get the groceries if she has. Like, nothing ever kicks in to a person that says, this is just right to do.
And the thing is, Nick, as a mature man, even as a grown man. I ain't gonna even put the mature in it. As a grown man, you know when your parents and you took your grandmother or you took your mother to the store, did she put the groceries in the car? No.
You know what? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Because sometimes that's why sometimes women allow things to happen because maybe you don't even recognize that you worth that.
Well, my mom,
maybe you didn't see it happen. Maybe you didn't see it taught. I told you I saw these things, so I knew better. But maybe with you know with the way things are now in households and children almost raising themselves now, but maybe neither one of them was taught.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I'm growing up, my dad came, my grandmother, my mother, when growing up in New York, when she came home, the groceries, as soon as we go in the house, she walks in the house. All right, my dad, what you tell us? Go ahead and get them groceries. Walk that there, and you pull the groceries. My mother didn't carry no groceries unless she, we used to go to Jamaica Avenue sometime, and we go to church and she go by the grocery store. That was both of us, together. But as far as like when I take my mother grocery, when I go to Georgia to visit her, and I take the grocery shopping, or off the back automatically, I'm pushing the shopping cart. I'm putting the groceries in the car for my mother. I'm opening the door for my mom, and then I go take the groceries out of the car. I mean, that's not going to happen. That my mom's going to ever carry anything around me. So quite naturally, my woman, if she's with me and we got groceries list, she's carrying them with me, together.
Yeah.
And so it's just, as young men, I think, like you said, a lot of them haven't been taught. They haven't seen it, and they don't really understand what it means to a woman to show that respect to her on any level. But just opening the doors is just the basic. If you care about on any level, opening that door to the car, opening that door to the restaurant or to the store makes a lot of difference. Right.
Well, I want to hit on one last thing before we end today's episode. Have y'all enjoyed it so far?
Please.
Thank y'all for the comments and the feedback. Have you enjoyed it so far, King?
All right, I've definitely enjoyed it. Definitely.
So this is what I want to hit on. You said this at the beginning when you were talking about the guy that needed the advice we were talking about earlier.
Right.
You were talking about a man still having needs, right? When he was saying that he misses the affection and feeling wanted. You were talking about things that women can do to make a man feel needed. Mm-hmm. So talk to us. You represent men right now, and I know you don't represent all men, but there is a section of men that feel the way that you do. Talk to us about a man's need and areas that you feel a woman can meet those needs.
Well, I mean, in a situation like his, I said he's 7 months in, and he's just trying to cope with the sexless part of the relationship. But I mean, it's just that sitting down on the couch, that good movie, that holding hands, just a little cuddling, little nice kissy smooch here, just to get that satisfaction, that urge of understanding this is to come. I'm gonna get more, and then that self-awareness, that self-control of understanding that this is temporary. This is temporary. I love her, and when I look in her eyes, I know I'm gonna have her for the rest of my life. I'm doing everything I need to do to put in place and know that I can make we can have a secure relationship, and it'll be good. So just her giving him that satisfaction of the couch time, a little kiss here and there. Like I said, even the spend the night thing. Yeah, I can tell you for a minute. Let me tell you something about spending the night. Now, this is what self-control can do for a brother like me. I have laid in the bed with a female and never touched her. Went to sleep and didn't touch her. Yeah. And okay, it can be done. Yeah, I know. I'm a special kind of guy. I know that.
No, I wasn't commenting on that.
Right, but I'm just saying that it can be done. It's all, like you said, it's about self-control. If you really know this is what you want, you got to really look deep inside yourself and know that this is what I want, period. Nothing's going to change that. I'm going to do everything I need to do to solidify this is what I want. So, right there, to me, will show you how much self-control you got. Any of you who just spend the night knowing that you're in the same house because you wake up and she cooks breakfast. Stay on the couch. If that closeness helps you to understand that it's definitely going to be worth it, sleep on the couch. It's no big deal. Like I said, that sex part is just a few minutes when you really think about it mentally. And you don't want to take that 5 minutes to throw everything that you done created and put together just for that. But like I said, if that's a case of spending the night ain't nothing but falling asleep on the couch 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and waking up and the sunlight is up and then you eat breakfast. That's spending the night.
Okay, so let me ask you this because I didn't know this is the way that you were going to go in
Okay,
that direction.
gotcha.
So when we're talking about meeting a man's needs and making them feel wanted, why does it have to be physical? Why does it have to be okay to make you feel wanted? Okay, we're talking specifically right now in this moment
Right,
about if one has made the decision to be celibate until
gotcha.
marriage.
Right,
Okay, so the only way to make him feel wanted would be to spend the night, even if you don't do nothing,
hmm.
and to give him some making out on the couch. Is what you said.
In the sense with the situation with him being the place that he's in. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about a brother that's not used to this. So I mean, you gotta understand. Yeah, we're looking forward to the long haul, but you got to meet a brother halfway that's never been there. You know what I'm saying? That's just never waited this long to be able to get into the relationship and not have no cookie. And it's
Okay,
just
so but I'm saying is that the only way
that's not the only
to
way, but in
because it almost violate what I want to say violate that's too strong. It
mhm.
almost that creates a situation for her if she's decided to be celibate. You are asking her to put herself in temptation's way just to give him that gratification because he's never done it before.
Right.
There is no other way to make him feel I still want you in this relationship, but this is my standard and this is what I want here.
It's
Because
not gonna.
if that's the case, then there's no sacrifice.
I'm not gonna say that's not it, but I mean it helps in his sense that he's never been. I mean, she might have been there before. Okay, she might have been like you said, celibate 6 months, celibate year.
What if she hasn't? What if this is her first time? And so it's a struggle. It's,
Well,
it's a struggle for
well,
her too.
she must be doing pretty good then. 'Cause if she,
Just because she's saying no, listen.
I mean, I understand
I'm,
what
I'm,
you're saying.
I can speak almost kick this out my ear. I can speak on it.
Okay,
Let's just say
feel
that
you. I feel
just
you.
because you're celibate don't mean you don't
Right,
have desires and wants, but you
right,
have to be careful if your mind is made up for whatever the reason was the woman decided in this situation that she was going to be celibate. If her mind is made up, it's just made up. But I'm not gonna put myself in temptation's
gotcha.
way. But
Right,
but there are all kind of ways I can show him that I love him. So
right.
I'm saying when you were talking about a woman showing a man that he's needed and wanted, is that the only way, as far as you're concerned?
No, I mean it's not the only way. No, there's other ways to be creative, and I mean, honestly, I would like to hear what a woman would come up with to give me that without being, touchy feely or me not spend the night. But I'm saying just to help the brother meet him halfway, because I mean, you'd be surprised. One thing about men, we're simple. Believe me when I tell you, brothers can sit there and say that, yo, I'm complex. No, brother, no, you're simple. Let's be
Okay.
real. It don't take much,
Mm-hmm.
but some things that can satisfy what I'm saying, us on a level that we can't really deal with per se, that can help
Mm-hmm.
the situation, that's
Mm-hmm.
basic. It's not
Yeah.
violent, but it's basic. So I feel if you can give me that to meet me, it gives me so much more confidence within myself and my self-control to understand that, okay, I understand her point of view. I understand how she feels and what she's doing. But if she just get me this little bit where I can like, okay, I can, it's gratifying that I can just touch her this kind of way and know that we're not going no further. But you'd be surprised how a brother feels if he can kiss you. He can regulate himself, knowing that him trying to go any further is not what she wants. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you something. This is something that I went through.
Mm-hmm.
I had one. She was a virgin, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
We cool. We interact and stuff, and like that. One night she told me to go for the whole thing, right? She told me this.
Okay.
You know what I did? Take a wild guess.
Knowing you probably walked away.
Exactly. I backed up.
Mm-hmm.
That's why in the beginning she knew she wasn't ready to go to
Mm-hmm.
that length, and I
Mm-hmm.
knew that. So even though we was entwined doing things, that part I would never step over. So even when she gave in and told me that I could, I was like, nah, you know why? Because I'm gonna respect that. Why? Because she gave me that to just us to be able to appease each other on this level. And it was
Okay.
cool. So I'm saying,
Okay.
so for me to not even go past where she gave me full access, she told me, she was like, okay, well, you know what? I'm ready. I feel you. Like I said, nah, no, you're not. You just giving into the temptation of what we've been doing, and it's
Mhm.
all good. But I'm just showing you.
So pause. You just said it right there. Because of what y'all had been doing,
Mhm.
she was giving in. Now, thankfully, you heard her from the beginning and you knew what she didn't want to do or what her standards were or whatever it was. So you were like, nah.
But see,
You were disciplined. But what I'm saying is
not
she
even
put her
disciplined enough. She was ready. She felt she was. I'm gonna say though, she felt she was ready.
okay.
She felt she was ready.
I got
So
what you're
even though,
saying.
right,
But
so even
what
though I told her I didn't want to because I respected the beginning.
right. But as you said though, you stopped because you said no, you're feeling like this because of what we've been doing. And that's the point that I'm trying to make.
Right, right.
If I can be out with you, we can go out on a date and I can
Mhm.
hug and PDA and we
Right.
can cuddle and laugh and joke and all
Mhm.
those things at the end of the night.
Right.
If I don't want to spend the night because whatever my reasons are, I'm trying to stay celibate, I'm trying to do whatever, then that should not mean all of a sudden that he feels like, oh, I don't want him.
No,
I'm
that,
giving you, I'm giving you other things. It's just that part I can't. Because if you're in a relationship with me, and I told you this from jump, that's why I said earlier when we were talking, know what you want and put that up front. Be honest. Be honest about where you are. Because it's at the beginning when you guys decide you're gonna go from friends to dating or
mhm.
friends into a relationship, some conversations need to be
Oh,
had
yeah.
about what the expectations are. If you agree on them,
Right.
whatever his are and whatever yours are, then you enter. But if you don't agree, but you in your mind, you're gonna change it. I'm gonna
Right.
change their mind. I'm gonna change them. You're gonna end up in these type of situations. So if we're in a relationship, you've agreed. Okay, we're gonna be celibate together.
Right.
So let's decide. And someone said in the comments, it was the queen. Chiquita said, "I'm gonna let you read what your wife said. Go ahead."
Okay. She said they should talk about other ways to satisfy them. That way they are on the same page. Exactly. And
Exactly
that's
on the
right.
same page,
Mhm.
but but being on the same page is not putting me in way of temptation. If I'm like, baby, okay, I can kiss you, but when we
Okay.
start doing all that other part of the kissing,
Right.
we're gonna have to hold up.
And that's fine.
But if it okay, so according to what you said earlier, though, if
Mhm.
I go a little further to make you feel good, then I'm violating what my standards, rules, or whatever are. So why can't we, like your wife just said, come up
Mhm.
with other ways? And let me just say this: if it got to be physical to make you feel wanted, to make you feel like a man, then maybe that's not with me. Maybe you do need to sit and figure out why does it have to be something physical that I can't fix you breakfast, I can't treat you like a king, but you just can't have that part.
Okay, but you know what? And that's all good. Believe me, that's all good. But let
And
me tell you
Shawan
one thing.
said abstinence. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, and that's all good. My thing is, as a man, we're visual. Okay, we're physical and we're visual for the most part. So I understand. Yeah, breakfast that's cool. I love to eat. So believe me, you hitting the spot 60%. What I'm saying is though, I'm not saying when we get together and we sit there and conversate about, like you said, the boundaries, the limitations. I can agree with all that. But my thing is,
Hmm.
I can't really understand why you can sit on the side of the couch and I sit on the other side of the couch because you feel in some kind of way that you're not strong enough to be able to understand that if I kiss you, you kiss me, I can still be cool with it and go home. Or if I spend the night and sleep on your couch, I'm good just because I had that closeness with you because I'm there with you. Understand if I'm in it for that part for the long haul, you should be. And I respect everything you're saying as far as okay, baby, I don't want to do this. I'm cool, but give me this which still says that I respect your boundaries. It's the thing where with men, our thing is holding your hand, giving you a kiss, holding you feels that comfort of knowing that she feels me, that she cares about me. You know what I'm saying? That's
I
the thing.
agree with all of that.
Right. So my thing
But
is,
you did go a little bit further earlier though when you said that. That part I agree with.
okay, but it's the same. I'm saying it's no different than we sit here saying, like I said, I'm on the couch. We at your house. Okay, we're kissing, and we're not getting hot and heavy because we both understand, like I said, he's a real man by doing everything he's doing because he wants his future. He's gonna know his limits. He's gonna know how far to go. My thing is, do you can you contain yourself, understanding that you said this is not what you want to do as far as going that far? I'm saying I respect that, so I'm not going to take you there. But you can't give me that basic
Okay.
affection of love.
King,
I
I'm
mean,
finna flip it. Hold on. I'm finna flip it.
go ahead.
I'm finna flip it. All right, y'all, in the comments now, tell me what y'all think. I'm gonna flip this. The guy wants to be celibate,
Okay.
and the woman doesn't.
Okay.
She trying, but now she wants to be able to do everything, but not quite that part,
Right.
which means he is physically starting to show. Well, we adults talking. He's
Right.
physically starting to show arousal.
Okay.
Is it okay for her to be like, but we ain't gonna do nothing? Meanwhile, he's ready, but we ain't gonna do nothing. But we ain't gonna do nothing. But I need you to do this for me to make me feel. Is that okay if it's flipped? Because then you have you have physical manifestation of it. Is that okay then if it was flipped the other way around?
No, it's not okay. No, I'm not
Okay.
giving it either way. My thing
Okay.
is the boundary is set. I don't care if it's the woman's in there. Say, no. If I respect you, you respect me. This is what we said. That this is how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
And we know that the end result is gonna be us together sharing all that. Come
Yeah.
on. I don't have a problem because you're a woman and you sit here trying to do. No, I'm like, sister, baby, we talked about this. Okay, just because I get to. That don't mean nothing.
Bam, and that's it. And that's the point, right? That's it.
That means nothing if you understand you got it here. Because it's gonna,
That's
first of
it.
all, if I'm attracted to you, it's supposed to happen. If I'm not physically attracted to you and it don't,
I feel you on that. I trust me.
So
Look,
it's all about.
I feel you on that, but it has to be though. If it's agreed upon from jump, I
Yes.
think both parties, whether you the one that really want to be celibate or not,
Right.
but you're agreeing to it,
Mhm.
it has to be on both parties. You know what your personal limitations are, but know what your partners are too. Don't put them in situations that's gonna cause them to have to struggle or fight temptation because y'all can't hold back. I would not lie and say I haven't been in situations before, but I have to also be like, okay, but you got to have this conversation, or you got to know what your limitations are, or you have to be disciplined. So,
Gotta have that conversation, like you said. That's the basis. Gotta have that conversation because at least you know it verbally. Y'all said, okay, look, this is how far we're gonna go with this. We're not taking it to the bedroom. This as far as, and once you feel it, you hear this and understand when you look in her eyes and she says this, she ain't playing. If it was the other way around, I'm not playing. This is what's gonna go. So it can be equal. Yeah.
Well, wherever you guys are in your singleness or relationship or engagement or whatever, hopefully you all have discussed what you want, what your expectations are, and have made some agreements. The worst thing anybody could do, and I'm going to go back to what we were saying about this today's issue of the day, is the worst you could do is go into a situation lying, faking it, thinking that you're going to change the person, thinking that all you have to do is the A, B, and C stuff that they mentioned. But by the time you get to D, you're going to be done changed their mind. You can't do that. I think personally, that's what old boy was doing. I personally, I feel like that's what he was doing. And now it's backfiring on him. And that's what happens in relationships. It will backfire on you. You're not real.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying.
Your last thoughts?
My last thoughts is like, to my man, I was like, dude, if you real about what you say about this relationship and the future you want with her, maintain, dude. Believe me, I'm telling you, I know it's hard. I ain't gonna front. As being a man, it's hard, especially when you're used to doing what you do. But understand what the prize is, dude. You can't get nothing better than somebody you really want to spend the rest of your life with, that you really with on all sides, dude. So believe me when I tell you, them nights of just doing what you do to maintain, and it is what it is. But believe me, one of the mornings you're gonna wake up and be like, yo, we can walk down the aisle. It's over. It's done. It's ready. So think about that future, man. Think about that last leg. You know what I'm saying? Just like when the race. When y'all pass that baton, y'all run that relay.
Yeah.
And that last one to you, dude, and you going, that finish line's coming. That's it, dude. So be strong. That's what I'm saying. Maintain. You a man, dude. And if all that you say that she good with your son, because you don't find it too much.
Yeah.
So with all that being said, dude, maintain, man. Just hold your own, knowing that the end is coming, and it's going to be a big reward that you're going to feel good about for the rest of your life. The king has spoken.
Yeah, we'll drop the mic. I want to drop this nugget off with you guys as we get ready to close out. There's from a woman's point of view, hear me when I say this. There's nothing like having a man in your life that is willing to sacrifice or discipline in a particular area for the betterment of y'all relationship later. I'm not a man, so I can't say how good it would feel for a woman to do whatever. I'm speaking to you as a woman from a queen. There's nothing like knowing that your king is willing to forsake himself and everybody else for what's coming in the long run, so y'all could have family together, right? So y'all can do life together, so y'all can live this dream and whatever plans you guys have created together. It's nothing like it. It's nothing like it. And the reward that you reap at the end because you do that, listen, it's worth it. It's definitely worth it, because just like y'all get to points in life where you like, I'm ready to stop sowing my wild oats and start settling down. A woman gets there too, where she's ready to have her man, not a boy, not a relationship with another male, but a man that's just hers. And when y'all make that decision together to do whatever together, and y'all work at it, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. So today's show was good.
Very good. Very good. I liked it. Yeah, really, I liked it. Real good.
Today's show was good. We loved the comments, y'all. Y'all rocked it in the comments. Thank you guys for joining in. Thank you for giving us your input. Please share this episode. Please share it. Tell your friends about it. We're going to be on every Sunday at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you guys have not done it already, please head over to our Facebook page. It is Their POV with Nick and King, and like it. And please turn on your notifications so you're notified every time we get ready to go live. We want to hear more of your comments, your feedback down below. So please let us know what you thought about today's show. King, would you like to close us on out?
Hey, I just want to thank everybody that listened. I really appreciate it. Like I said, this was my, how they say it, popping that cherry type thing. My first, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe the wrong choice of words. This is my inaugural. Okay. This is the inaugural
Thank you,
show.
King. Right.
My bad. Y'all know me. It is what it is. But I just appreciate everybody that listened. Looking forward to more big things with us, with me and Nick. Like I said, Nick's been riding with me for 10 years. I've been knowing her. She's influenced me on a lot of things. A lot of things that we've talked about over the years has made me be respectful and mindful for a lot of things I show towards women, especially my wife. So I thank her. I'm glad that we together doing this so we can influence and help and mentor and be able to, educate a lot of people on different things. So with that being said, thank you. I appreciate you. Love all y'all and can't wait to see y'all next week.
All righty. So our last comments closing out. Shawan said, love, love, love. Thank you, baby. We love you too. And your brother. Thank you again, Kevin. Thank you so much. You want to read his comment?
Yeah, great show. Congrats on your first episode. Appreciate you, bro. Love you, man. Yo, that's my y'all just don't understand. My brother's been my inspiration growing up. My love for music came from him. A lot of things I've learned just from having my big brother. So I'm glad he was able to listen to the show. And like you said, the music that y'all gonna hear coming in and going out, he produced that for me. Love you, bro.
Thank you so very much, y'all. What an amazing time with you guys. We will see you all next week. We're going to sign off. Queens and Kings, keep on reigning. Love you guys. Bye, King. I will see you in our after meeting.
Yes, ma'am. All right, Nick.
All righty. Let's see. Let me close us out of here. Let me get this going. All righty. We're out.